Hello and welcome back to That's How It's Done, a student interview series here at Mercer Law. I first wanted to address the sound issues that some people complained about, specifically Michael Gilly mentioned we should get a mic. And Morgan said that mic should look like a Bob Barker mic. The solution to that is $200 or $300 because I'd have to upgrade my camera. But we do listen to you, so we do have a mic for you. Now we're here.
Is this new? Please tell me this is not used. Oh, God. Even if it was new. Even if it was new, dude, that's over the line. All right, come on. Wow.
So this is SBA rep Ryan Aplin. He's a major player on our Mercer Law sports teams and a father of a beautiful baby girl. I would like to first start on sports. So, which sport would you rather be a professional athlete in? Either poker or curling?
I'm going to go with curling.
Curling.
Just because of the fact that I think that it's less seen here in America, and therefore you could probably do a lot more things that are ill-advised or not publicly acceptable and still get away with them.
That's good to hear.
Absolutely.
Keeping up the professionalism there. So as coach of Mercer Law, who do you blame for the failures of last season? I personally blame that goalie with a bum leg.
Agreed. I'm going to go with the bum-legged goalie for sure.
And how do you think we could improve this season?
If we score more points than the other team, that usually tends to bode well for your team as a whole. So I'm going to go with score more than the other team.
Okay. That is some deep insight from you, Coach. I'm glad that we have you here. So now we want to address one fictional reader from the internet, Dallas Cox, who gave us a question: why is Auburn so highly rated this season?
That would be because they are Auburn, which means that, one, they're always better than any other SEC opponent, particularly the Florida Gators. Definitely always better than them. And, I don't know, we pay the right people.
Do you think it's perhaps because Auburn has 3 mascots and the other teams only have 1?
That would be a large portion of it. The Plainsmen, the War Eagles, and the Tigers have a strong tendency to really confuse the opponents.
Yeah.
And while they're confused, then you go and score more goals or more points than the other team, and that tends to vote in your favor, as we said very well.
Okay. So, last year you were a leader in constitutional reform, and I know that you did a lot of work on that. What do you think is the most important reform that we need to get through this year in SBA?
I'm going to say that the most important thing we need to do is to better consolidate and put out a better platform for the Constitution. The Constitution that we're currently working with is well-intentioned, but there are several flaws in it and things that need to be addressed and updated and brought up to new standards and better standards that we hold for ourselves here at Mercer Law. So.
What is your favorite thing about involvement at this school and getting involved with some of these committees and planning events?
I really like the small feel, the small community here that we have at Mercer Law as a double bear now. That was a big draw to Mercer undergrad, was the size of the community and the size of the school. And being involved here at Mercer Law allows you to get to know almost the entirety of a class and the entirety of the school. And to really make some big impacts while not necessarily putting forward a lot of effort. So that's always nice. Big bang for the buck.
That's great. Now, I know that you are married and an elected official and carrying a full load here at Mercer Law. Can you talk a little bit about how you balance that heavy load of school and family life?
Balancing family with school is a difficult task. It takes a lot of focus day to day, but I would say that it's not really that different than any other life situation or circumstances that anybody else here has. You're going to have to find some way to balance or equal out the amount of time and the effort that you put into being a student with whatever your other goals and aspirations and involvements are in life, and I think that that's something that we're very well focused on here at Mercer Law is being a well-rounded individual, and not just in a like I eat well, that kind of sense. I'm saying, in terms of all the things that you do and all the things that are going on. So, it's just it's a daily focus and a daily attempt to try to be the best person that you can be for all the people in your life.
Are there any rituals, like were mentioned last week in some of the intro classes, or things that you do to help turn off law school or to transition between one and the other?
Absolutely. Basically, from the time that my wife, my daughter, and I, we all get home each evening until the time that my daughter goes to bed, which is about 8 o'clock when we're doing things right, is basically just to not do law school things during that point in time. Not that I'm separating necessarily who I am, but knowing that I need to spend time with my wife and I need to spend time with my daughter the same way that other people need to spend time with their girlfriends or boyfriends or their families or their friends or whoever. So I try to spend that 2 to 3 hour period each night with my family. And we eat dinner together. I give my daughter a bath at night and we put her to bed. So doing things that allow you to kind of turn off the law mind for a minute and do something different is very, very important.
Now, that is great that you're able to take that time with your family
Absolutely.
every night and maintain that balance.
Absolutely.
Now, at the end of every interview, we want to have our esteemed guests answer a sample interview question. This one comes from Glassdoor.com and was asked by Cold Stone Creamery. Who is your favorite Disney princess and why?
My favorite Disney princess, I would have to say, is Jasmine. From the Aladdin series, because one, she has a tiger. I think everybody would like to have a tiger.
Goes right along with Auburn.
Goes right along with being an Auburn fan, and I would imagine that she also gets to be a part of a small group with somebody like Mike Tyson, who also owns a tiger. She rides around on a magic carpet. Can't beat that in terms of a ride. I don't care if you have rims or how new or how old your car is. If you're on a magic carpet, that's pretty impressive. And three, the fact that she goes around in essentially a bikini with pants. Yeah. That's all so nice. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah. Catherine, I apologize if you're watching this. Yes, I have a thing for women walking around in bikinis. There you go.
Well, that's quite the revelation there. So now I want to give you a moment to say something to all the people of the interwebs and everyone who may be watching here at Mercer Law. Whatever you would like to say to them.
For all the people who were revealed as a result of the Ashley Madison hack, I advise you to be a little bit smarter with your internet personality and the information that you share with different websites. And for everybody here at Mercer Law, I encourage you to find something outside of school that is important to you, that is enjoyable for you, that is something that allows you to kind of decompress and de-stress. And we'll hopefully see a lot of people out at football games this fall. So go Bears!
Thank you for being a great guest. Please like and comment below. Who would you like to see next? Help us make this a great semester here on That's How It's Done. And until next time, that's how it's done.